You think you're broke because you don't earn enough. No. Most people are destroyed not by income. They are destroyed by maintenance. Maintenance kills momentum. Not poverty, not hard work, not lack of ambition. Maintenance. The leaking pipe, the engine light, the Klarna payments, the sofa finance, the insurance excess, the little treats, the emergency dentist bill, the subscription you forgot about, the lifestyle you cannot actually sustain. Death by 1,000 cuts. And the scary part? Most men never even realize they're bleeding. Because modern society has normalized financial chaos. You are living in a world where inflation is guaranteed. Assets are skyrocketing. House prices in the UK have exploded over the last decade, while wages have crawled like wounded soldiers through mud. The average man is trying to climb a mountain with bricks tied to his ankles. And then people wonder why they cannot build capital. How can you build a war chest when every month your money gets ambushed? You need to understand something, King. When you are in the capital building phase of your life, your mission is not luxury, your mission is momentum. And maintenance kills momentum. Look at men like Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, still obsessed with reducing unnecessary friction and waste. Why? Because wealthy people understand the principle poor people ignore. Every unnecessary outgoing kills future opportunity. A man paying £700 a month fixing a flashy, unreliable German car cannot deploy that capital into investments. A man constantly replacing designer clothes cannot deploy that capital into assets. A man trying to impress strangers usually stays broke around strangers. A man trying to impress strangers will stay broke around strangers. Take care of home before impressing the streets. You need to become obsessed with reliability. Reliable car, reliable systems, reliable habits, reliable cash flow. That's how kings are built. Not through flexing, through fortification. And this is where most people fail psychologically, because maintenance feels invisible. Buying a furnished apartment does not feel sexy, but you know what is sexy? Not spending £8,000 furnishing a property from scratch when you're trying to build capital. You know what is sexy? Having deployable money, having a war chest, having options. Because the man with the most options wins the circumstance. A man with reserves moves differently, speaks differently, sleeps differently. A man with reserves can invest during crashes while everyone else panics. A man with reserves can leave toxic environments. A man with reserves can survive mistakes. But the average person, one expected bill from collapse at any given moment. That is not freedom. That is financial slavery with good marketing. And let's talk about cars for a second, because this is where so many people sabotage themselves. A broke man buying an unreliable luxury car is like a starving man buying a gold spoon. It makes no sense. You don't need the car that gets attention. You need the car that builds momentum, that keeps momentum alive. Look at companies like Toyota. There's a reason reliability became their identity. Low maintenance, longevity, and predictability. That predictability protects capital. And protecting capital when you are building is more important than appearing rich, because your appearance without assets is performance. You are acting rich instead of becoming rich. Big difference. And this is why financial traps are everywhere and they're attacking so many people. People are only looking at monthly payments. That's foolish mathematics. Kings calculate total exposure, insurance, breakdown cover, MOTs, servicing, tires, interest, fuel consumption, unexpected repairs. You must think like a strategist, because maintenance kills momentum. See, poor people think, how much does it cost today? Wealth builders think, how much capital will this consume over 5 years? Different mindset, different destiny. And the problem gets worse because inflation punishes idle cash. Your money sitting there doing nothing is silently shrinking while assets keep rising. Property, gold, equities, businesses. The ladder is moving while most people stand still. So every random maintenance issue, every chaotic expense, every emotional purchase slows your ability to acquire assets. That's why discipline matters. Not fake internet motivation, real discipline. The kind your grandfather would respect, the kind that builds nations. The kind that lets a man say, no, I don't need that right now because I am building. The mentality separates kings from consumers. Consumers consume, kings deploy. Consumers chase dopamine, kings build war chest. Consumers react, kings prepare. And understand this clearly. The earlier you master this, the faster your life changes. Because compounding is not just money. Compounding is momentum. A man with momentum becomes dangerous. His investments compound, his physique compounds, his knowledge compounds, his confidence compounds, his network compounds. But maintenance interrupts that compounding. That's why you must simplify your life during the building phase. Simple systems, simple expenses, simple routines. Not because you are weak, but because you are strategic. Even elite militaries understand logistics win wars. No emotion, not ego, logistics. And your finances are the exact same thing. So the next time you're about to buy something, ask yourself, does this build momentum or maintain an image? Because maintenance kills momentum. A king cannot afford to move backwards while the world gets more expensive every single day. Do not be deceived.